Some warriors die with fame. Some die forgotten. And then there are those who fight so long, so hard, and so stubbornly that even death probably thought, yeah, I'm going to need backup for this one. Today, we're diving into the story of a man who literally fought until his last breath. A warrior so relentless he became myth and memory at the same time. A soldier who stood when kingdoms crumbled, when allies fled, when hope died. And he still said, "Nah, not today." This is the legend of Ronin Toranosuke, the last blade of a fallen clan. A man who turned his death into a battle and his final breath into eternity. Feudal Japan, late Sengoku era. The land of cherry blossoms and constant political disagreements, also known as everyone trying to kill everyone else all the time. Toranosuke wasn't born a hero. He wasn't royalty. He wasn't chosen by destiny. He was just a boy who learned one thing watching the world burn. Nobody saves you. You fight. His clan, small but fiercely loyal, served a minor lord in a world filled with giants. And giants do what giants do. They crush everything in their path. One stormy night, armies arrived like thunder. Flaming arrows rained, screams echoed through pine forests, and steel clashed under the roar of the sky. While other boys ran or hid, Toranosuke picked up a fallen spear. That night didn't make him a warrior. It made him a survivor. And from then on, he carried a single truth. If death wants me, it better bring friends. Years passed. Empires shifted. Alliances flipped faster than a politician hearing poll numbers. Toranosuke became a ronin, a masterless samurai, a ghost wandering battlefields. Not searching for glory, not chasing honor. Just one mission: destroy the warlord who wiped out his clan. His armor was scarred, his blade chipped, his eyes cold, like a winter pond right before it freezes over. Villagers whispered when he passed, "The man who doesn't fall. Steel spirit, walks like death follows him." And honestly, death did follow him. The warlord's fortress rose on a mountainside, wrapped in stone and arrogance. Guards laughed. They drank. They had no idea a storm was walking their way, wearing worn armor and carrying a sword older than half of them. Toranosuke didn't assemble an army. He didn't give speeches. He didn't care about banners or songs. He walked alone. No backup, no escape plan, no fear. Just the weight of his fallen brothers behind him. At the gates, archers drew bows, spears lowered. Anyone else would have turned around, prayed, cried, or, used basic common sense. Toranosuke simply tightened his grip and whispered, "I came this far. Let's finish it." And then chaos. Steel clashed like thunder. Arrows sliced the air like angry hornets. Sparks exploded off armor. Every step forward looked impossible, but impossible was his specialty. A spear pierced his thigh. He kept walking. A blade cut his shoulder. He didn't flinch. Blood soaked the ground. His, theirs. The universe couldn't tell anymore. Some swore they saw death behind him, frustrated, trying to catch up. At the fortress courtyard, surrounded and barely standing, Toranosuke faced the warlord, the architect of his life's tragedy. The warlord looked confused, shocked, like someone who ordered a mild inconvenience and received a tornado instead. "You're alone," he said. Toranosuke smiled through blood. "I've never been alone." Because he didn't stand there as one man. He stood as every voice silenced, every comrade lost, every promise made to the dead. They say he struck first. They say lightning cracked when steel met armor. They say the warlord fell in disbelief, defeated not by an army, but by a memory wearing flesh. But victory has a price. Toranosuke collapsed to one knee, breath heavy, vision dimming. A soldier yelled, "He still lives!" Someone else whispered, "How?" And Toranosuke, the man who defied fate, who outran death so many times, finally exhaled the words that sealed his legend. "Because I wasn't fighting to live. I was fighting to finish." With that final breath, he fell, not like a man dying, but like a warrior completing a vow. No gasp, no fear, just peace, the kind only earned by those who never ran. In time, storytellers changed the details. Some said he fought 100 men. Some said 1,000. Some said he never died, just walked into the wind and became a spirit of vengeance. But every version agrees on one thing. Toranosuke didn't win by surviving. He won by never surrendering. Not every hero gets a throne. Not every warrior gets a monument, but sometimes, just sometimes, the greatest victory is refusing to fall first. So the next time life corners you, remember this. You don't need a crown. You don't need an army. You just need the strength to stand one more moment, even when everything says you shouldn't. Because legends aren't born in victory. Legends are born in the final breath.